Um, I really didn't like Christianity in the first place, and it was very. I was, in fact, I was getting ready to leave from Thailand because I got scholarship to go to Banaras University. It's a British university that was set up in India, very close to where the Buddha was born. And so with that, I never really did anything with the missionaries, with the Christianity. And so when the missionary came to play basketball with our college, I went to watch the basketball game, and I found out that the missionary lost. And they were very tall, and I don't understand why they lost. And so I went over to the corner and found out that there's a couple of ties holding on to that post. And so when the missionaries start playing and ready to shoot, and they just start shaking the post so that the basket would be moving. And so they gave out a little pamphlet, no, not a pamphlet, it was just a little half sheet of paper about the MIA and English classes and things like that. So I just put it in my book. During that time I was studying accounting, and I was supposed to leave for India within like a few weeks. And so I put it in the book, and I never paid any attention to it. Just like I said, I was already against the Christianity, and I made fun of a lot of my friends who joined the church, Protestants and others, and made up some songs and things, and mocked them and all kind of things. And it's almost like if you're Thai, you should be a Buddhist, and you should not join the church and believe in someone that you don't even know or heard of. And so my friends decided to invite some of these missionaries to come over and teach them the first discussions. And so I was in the class, and this classmate of mine came and pleaded with me and said she would want to go and sit with these two missionaries that she didn't know. And so asked if I could go there and sit by her, which I did. And I also thought that maybe it would be good for me to give them a hard time too, because I didn't like Christianity anyway. So, and I did. And I tried a couple of times, and it was kind of interesting because later on I found out that those friends of mine from the department and also from other departments, and they quit coming, and I was left alone listening to the missionaries. And the questions that got me to become interested in listening to the missionaries were about where did we come from, why are we here, where are we going after this life is over. And those were something that I did not have the answer in Buddhism. I was quite devout in my own religion because I had the temple right in front of our home. Everything else that we were doing in the village have to be done in our home. And so it was very difficult for me to listen to the missionaries, because I had the necklace and I had all these different Buddha images that I could find, and I pray each night and each day to the Lord Buddha. And I feel like my family taught me well in Buddhism, and we had prayer together and everything. And to make a story short, I actually went into the meetings and one of the Sunday school, and where Sister Silaksana taught, and also the missionaries. I probably can't mention the name. I know Elder Corrigal. I didn't know various Elder Heisel, who and Elder Wall. I even did home teaching with him and walking along and see how tall he is, and I just walked along with him. And so I know quite a few missionaries, and it was interesting that some of the songs in the church and sacrament songs and the Christmas songs, every song that I heard became so familiar to me, and to the point where I was riding the bus back home in Bangkok, and I couldn't get it off of my mind, and but I still continue praying to the Lord Buddha, and until one day, one of the elders, I could not remember which one, because there must be about 6 or 7 of them who were trying to teach me. And in fact, the person who baptized me was from Canada, but the other Bert Heisel has been a great influence in my conversion, and Sorensen and many others. And so when I found out about the church, that it was true, and Heavenly Father was real and loved me, and He had so many blessings for me, I joined the church, and I had to get permission from my parents, and I know that it was very difficult because they were ready to disown me. And I took a train back to Chiang Mai and went back home and put all those Buddha images and everything else back into the sacred place in my home, because I knew that those Buddha images and everything else that I respected for so long had prepared me to receive the gospel of Jesus Christ. And my testimony has grown ever since, and I've gone through a lot in life at this time, but I know that my patriarchal blessing, in my patriarchal blessings, I will be able to do quite a few things, and I still feel like I have a lot to do to be able to serve. And I talk with my wife Nancy often about going on a mission together. In fact, we were talking to Elder Mani and his wife and just a couple of years ago, and we were just encouraging each other on this. And I hope that one day we'll be able to do that, go and knock at the doors and be able to share the gospel with other people. But I know that God lives and Jesus is the Christ, and I'm so grateful for the opportunity I have in the church to be able to serve the Lord. And there's been so many times that I felt His Spirit. In fact, I was telling my wife, I was sick and I couldn't come and do the interpretation for these last 2 conferences because I was planning to come and have airplane tickets and everything else. I was living in Arizona then, and decided that maybe someone else could help me out, and maybe my son could help, and would take my place. And but as I prepared the talk and read what our prophet has to say, and I just, probably about 15 minutes, I just cried. I just felt like the Spirit of the Lord is so strong. And I know that President Mountain is proud of God. And I know we're in the church where we have so many blessings that we will be able to receive as long as we keep His commandments and our most valuable blessings. And I'm grateful to be able to be part of this, to be able to come and see many of our friends, and I just say this in Jesus' name.
Amen.